Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. So today we have Volkswagen Polo GT TSI 2020 model, which is BS6. So before moving on to the next one, if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, please do consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. So moving on to the next one, I'm not going to do the in-depth review of the car because I have already done it before. So if you still have not watched it, please click the iCard right there, or you can find the link in the description for the video. So talking about the front, you get the GT badge with the honeycomb grille to let people know that this is not a normal Polo, it's a GT TSI. So moving on to my favorite part, which is alloy wheels. So these are 16-inch alloy wheels, absolutely amazing. These don't have any kind of complicated design, which is very simple and looks amazing. These are wrapped up in 185/55 R16, which is definitely a big tires for this car. It helps the car to handle pretty good. And also moving on to the side, you have got the black painted ORVMs, which also have been embedded with side turn indicators. So these are LEDs, of course, which absolutely looks gorgeous on the vehicle. Also this paint shade, which looks blue, definitely looks good with the black. So you have got side skirtings in the front, in the back, in the side as well. So moving on to the side, you have got the GT TSI badging to let people know that this is not a normal Polo. So moving on to the back, you have got the same size tires as the front. Obviously this is a front wheel drive vehicle, and also a lot of things have been inspired from the Polo GTI, which is a performance hatchback from the Volkswagen, which is more sportier, which is a 3-door and more expensive than the Polo. So moving on to the back, you have got the same taillights as the Polo GTI. Like I said, you have got a GT TSI badging to let people know that this is not a normal Polo. So moving on to the back, you have got this nice frameless wipers, which works absolutely brilliant. And also again, you get sporty spoiler, which is painted in gloss black. And also you have the rear diffuser, which makes the car look more sportier than it is already. So to open the boot, all you have to do is just turn down the Volkswagen symbol and it reveals the boot space. And the materials which have been used, it kind of feels like Alcantara. Definitely one of the finest materials they have used. So moving on to the boot space, it is 280 liters, and the spare tire have been placed under the boot, which is a perfect place like every other vehicle. So now let's get inside the vehicle and see how the car is. So the first thing you notice when you open the door is you feel the build quality. You cannot beat these Germans, you cannot beat the Polo in terms of build quality. You feel the third, definitely feels very good. So you have got one touch up and down power windows for all 4 passengers, which is very nice. So Volkswagen is the only brand in India which offers one touch up and down for all 4 passengers, which is really nice. So talking about the seats, this looks pretty much like a Volkswagen Polo GTIs, and also it's very comfortable, and also it helps you up while you're cornering around the place, and also it feels really good. And talking about the glove box section, you have got the glove box, which is as well as illuminated as well as cooled, and you have got a lot of space to keep stuff inside. And also you have got mirrors for the passenger side, which is again, which is very good. So now let's move on to the driver's side and see what changes have been made. So the same thing again, when you open the door, you feel the build quality, definitely it is very great. So talking about the driver's side, you have got unlock and lock button, you have got controls for the ORVMs, and also you have got one touch up and down for all the 4 windows, which is really amazing. So now let's move on to the inside. So like I said again, I'm not gonna go in detail of the car review. So if you have still not watched the video of the Polo review I did before, please click the icon right there. And you have got the controls for the headlights over there, and you have got GT TSI scuff plates. So seating position is really good. I'm gonna get to that in a bit. And one more thing I like in the Polo is the steering wheel. This is a flat bottom steering wheel which handles pretty well. So on the left side of the steering wheel, you have got the controls for the infotainment system. Obviously you have got the right side buttons to control the MID, and for the cruise control, for the indicators as well as the headlights, you have got the controls over the left side of the steering wheel. So on the right side of the steering wheel, you have got the controls to control the wipers front and back. So moving on to the center stack, you have controls for the hazard lighting, for the traction controls, and for the rear defogger. So moving on to the infotainment system, this is one of the most thing I like in the VWs. So these are very precise, and it definitely feels like you're operating a mobile phone. It doesn't feel like old laggy touch screen. So and it's very user friendly. You don't have to know in everything. It has Bluetooth, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and aux, as well as SD card, USB. You have a lot of options to play the music with, and also same applies for the AC control unit. It's very simple to use. So moving on to the gearbox options, this is what new in this car, the 6-speed torque converter. You are definitely going to love this gearbox. This performs more than what you expected. I'm saying this in my own experience. So it does have the sport mode, it does have the manual mode. So the thing is, definitely performs very well. So as you change the gears in the MID, it's gonna show on what mode you're in. And you got your 12-volt charger for to charge your phones or tablets. And now let's drive the car and see how the car drives. So driving the Volkswagen Polo GT TSI BS6, I was really excited to drive the car. I was really excited to check out how the torque converter performed, and this gearbox performs beyond your expectations, believe me. So no matter how much I brag about this, you'll not get to know until you experience it yourself. So if you're looking to buy any kind of turbo hatchbacks in India, please do consider Polo GT TSI as well. Go take a test drive and you'll get to know for yourself. So talking about the engine specification, so this has 1.0 liter turbocharged petrol engine which produces around 110 bhp and 175 Nm of torque. This is the only car with a lot of torque. Even though this is a 3-cylinder 1 liter engine, this produces maximum number of torque compared to the rivals. So for example, if you consider Ultra's i-turbo, it produces around 140 Nm of torque. So considering the i20 turbo, it produces around 170 Nm of torque. So this produces around 175 Nm of torque, which makes this car one of the most powerful hatchbacks in this segment, and also one of the most powerful and fastest hatchback in India. And also, not a lot of people know this. So Volkswagen Polo is the first hatchback in India to have a sport mode. This is the only car with it has a sport mode. Now the Ultros also has it, but this was the first vehicle to have, first hatchback to have a sport mode. So talking about the gearbox, I was really excited to check out this car. This is a 6-speed torque converter, like I said. It is quick, it doesn't disappoint you at all. It was beyond expectations, if I have to say. It's really very fast, and you cannot beat German engineering. No matter what you do, you cannot even go near them. They are different breed. The rest of the Polo remains the same. You still get the sharp dynamics, and it remains a car that is fun to drive, and it remains a car which is fun to doing hard on corners. It rides well over our roads without any kind of being overly soft. The suspension have been tuned well, and also has a solid highway manners as well. In that sense, the Polo is enthusiast friendly and nature remains intact. So according to what a manufacturer claim about a 0 to 100 acceleration is 9.7 seconds, but it was quicker than what they claim. So please do check it out, which will be coming in the next clip. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, I will really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.